up, you guys? It's me, Jane. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is a requested one. Thank you so much, Angie Marquez, for this topic suggestion. This is also something like a part 2 to a previous review video of LV women's fragrances I did early last year. Make sure to check that video out if you haven't yet. This video, however, will feature male, unisex, as well as female targeted perfumes. I have here 7 samples which I received for free a while back, and today we will go through them one by one. All these fragrances were created by in-house master perfumer Jacques Cavalier Belletrude. And because last time was exclusively for the ladies, let me start this video with the male targeted fragrances in this list. First up is Meteore. Was released in 2020, and this is a clean, citrusy, fresh, and soapy perfume with a prominent pepper kick. The pepper is very prominent that in fact, if you are very sensitive to pepper like me, you'd sneeze on initial spray like I did. This has notes of mandarin, neroli, bergamot with 3 different pepper notes: black pepper, pink pepper, and Sichuan pepper. No wonder I sneezed. There's also vetiver from Java. The peppery kick dies down as the perfume dries down to a distinctly aquatic marine-type perfume with cardamom and the other spices coming through. Here's the thing, this perfume is very reminiscent of popular, cheaper designers, something like Davidoff Cool Water. Some say this smells like Adsaro Chrome, which unfortunately I've never smelled before. The thing that sets this apart though, aside from the price tag, is the amazing longevity. Even with one wash, the dry down stayed on my skin and it was still quite strong. My husband slept with one spray of this fragrance on his arm, and the next day the scent is still on his skin. Projection is moderate to strong with regular number of sprays. I can imagine this to be very giftable. This is a DNA that's not too difficult to like. Well, it's very similar to a lot of popular designers. But yep, this is something people will be very happy to receive as a gift because it's not too difficult to wear either. This is great for warmer season and a year-round wear for you gentlemen living in tropical regions. This comes in a 100 ml bottle which retails for $300 US. The 200 ml is at $430 US. This also comes in refillable bottles. I think all LV perfumes are, so you can bring your bottles to LV boutiques equipped with a perfume fountain, and I assume it's for a lot less. There's also a travel kit containing 4 by 75 ml refill cartridges and a travel bottle where you put the cartridges into, which retails for $295 US. If there aren't cheaper alternatives, I'd say this is a great everyday perfume, but the big downside is obviously the price. It's in the luxury price range and is entirely up to one's financial capability and of course one's preference if you think this perfume is well worth the price. Personally, I think this is way overpriced. Imagination is a 2021 launch, again male targeted. Opens with a strong blast of masculine aromatic citrus, but tea and amber are the stars of the show. This, after the citrus kick has died down, smells very unisex. In fact, the dry down could very well be a feminine perfume to my nose. I've yet to smell this on my husband's skin. I think this will smell very different on a man's body chemistry, but on my skin, this smells a lot like a tea perfume with a strong ambery powdery base with a little bit of manly spices thrown in. The dry down, although not the same, reminds me of Thé Noir by Le Labo. Maybe on a man's skin, the ambroxan as well as the woody base notes will come through more, in which case this will smell more manly and masculine. Again, overpriced for what this is, but I love that this isn't linear and too designer-esque unlike Meteore. The opening's fresh, the dry down more warm and cozy. L'Immensité is the first to launch among the 3 I have here. This came out in 2018. This is unmistakably a man's perfume with a zingy, fresh citrus opening, drying down with a manly sweet mix of amber and labdanum, plus a big dose of ambroxan. On my skin, this smelled funny. If you've been with me for a while, I've shared in previous videos that my skin absolutely hates ambroxan heavy perfumes. On my skin, the scent transforms altogether, and many a times the resulting trail is stinky on me. This is one example. Good thing this is a masculine perfume, so it's not a total bomber. But despite how this fragrance turned out on me, I think this is the best among the 3 I have here. My husband also really likes this perfume, the one that he is keen to wear. Composition-wise, this is fresh but with a warm, sweet ambery undertone. This contrast makes this more interesting, and I believe what makes it a very likable perfume to many. This had a very high Fragrantica rating, and I can see why. This is very giftable, safe to be given as a gift to your spouse, the brothers, dad. Any adult man will definitely gravitate toward this perfume. Now let's go on to the unisex offering in this list. First up, California Dream, a 2020 release. Belongs to the Le Cologne Louis Vuitton. This is a line in the Le Parfum Louis Vuitton collection that contains fresh cologne-like scents but in eau de parfum concentration. This perfume is inspired by Los Angeles, the sky above LA, and the mood of this city, a sense of freedom capturing the LA sunset in a bottle. Keynotes are mandarin, ambrette, and benzoin. This is a fun, bright, happy, uplifting perfume, the kind that instantly lifts your spirit and makes you happy on first spray, the kind that makes you sigh in contentment. The opening is very unisex, feminine almost, but then this dries down to lean more masculine to my nose. Great for warm season, year-round wear for tropical climate. If you're into gender bender type fragrances, this is exactly on point. Probably what you are looking for. Try this one out whether you're a man or a woman and everyone in between. I adore the bottle. It's really pretty and adds to the general mood of this fragrance. Even looking at this small 2 ml sample that comes in the actual color of the bottle, I mean, how pretty, right? Like the color of the sky at dusk, which this perfume is said to capture. The fragrance, though, I don't think evokes the sunset per se. In fact, this smells very daytime rather than sundown to me. But yup, you can basically wear this all day long as you wish. Overall, and bottle aside, this is yet another overpriced and underwhelming juice, to be honest. The next two unisex targeted perfumes belong to the Le Extraits collection, the ones with cap that looks like architectural pieces. I also remember this collection to be ultra pricey at $550 for the 100 ml bottle. No other bottle size is available for this collection, but thankfully they are all refillable bottles as well. Stellar Times and Rhapsody were both released in 2021 along with 3 other fragrances in the collection. All are unisex targeted. I'll be very honest with you all. I do not understand why this cost $550 per bottle because all I smell is synthetic, plasticky perfumes that frankly smell cheap and uninspired. I'm very disappointed in this too. Stellar Times is not stellar at all. This smells of nondescript sweetened white florals and an ambery base. On my skin, the indolic character of the white florals come through to a point that it is off-putting. On paper, this smells a lot better, but worn on skin, this smells more synthetic and indolic. Imagine plastic and fecal smell together on your skin. It was not a pleasant experience for me personally, so if you're interested in this, definitely try on skin first. $550 is a lot of money. Rhapsody, I was so looking forward to the ilang-ilang notes in here. This also has keynotes of mate and vetiver. Here's the thing, if you grew up smelling fresh ilang-ilang, you'd be very disappointed smelling this perfume. This is the most synthetic ilang-ilang ever. You are not missing out on this one. For $550, this should smell natural and upscale. Frankly, this isn't. The notes simply don't come together well, and they all smell very synthetic. On me, this scent is even more off-putting than Stellar Times. This too is better on paper than on my skin. Again, I recommend you try on skin, wear it before you decide on a bottle, because some of the synthetic notes might not go well with your skin chemistry. I do have to say that what is outstanding in this too is the performance. I sprayed one little spray on each arm at 7 a.m. and by 12 noon, I can still really smell them without putting my nose close to my arm. And at 5 p.m., the scent is still quite strong. I can still smell this as I wave my arm around. Too bad they are not the best of scents on me. Overall, the juice, the perfume itself kept me wanting. For $550, this should smell natural and high quality. On the other hand, this smell more synthetic than anything else. It's almost intentional. Well, maybe LV is going for that vibe in this line. I don't know. Not worth your moolah in my honest opinion. You can get the niche perfume of your dreams with $550. These juices are way too overpriced. I guess all the money goes to the lovely architectural cap because to be perfectly honest, that is the only redeeming factor for this too. Well, I saved the best for last, and the only female-targeted perfume among this, Mille Feux, is one of the 7 original Le Parfum Louis Vuitton to come out in 2016. If you're a fan of leather, a very ladylike leather that is, the kind that's more suede and not so smoky or animalic, this is it here. This is a fun, youthful, fruity raspberry edge that I didn't think will go really well with leather, but here it did so well. In fact, I loved it. There's a little bit of jasmine, a little bit of rose coming through, giving this a feminine elegance. I'm not a fan of leather in perfumes, but here it's done just right. It is very present, but somehow not overpowering the whole scent. But the leather gives you a robust character, and along with the other base notes, give this a rounder yet soft, elegant finish. I can and have definitely worn this in tropical climate, and the leather wasn't too much. This is a perfumey leather rather than, say, handbag leather smell. And among all this, I think this is the only one worth getting, in my honest opinion. So that's it for today, you guys. This whole video was not too positive because for LV's price points, I guess I was expecting a bit more from them. These are, by the way, entirely my opinion, but if you are interested in any of the perfumes featured or in any Le Parfums Louis Vuitton fragrances, I highly suggest you walk in store or buy these samples like I did. I believe legit ones are sold at reputable Shopee and Lazada stores. Sniff them on paper, sample them on skin, do a wear test, especially because our climate is much too different, and the components in this perfume plus your skin chemistry plus the heat and humidity of local weather may change the overall wearing experience for the better or for the worse. Do not buy these LV perfumes on impulse. Even if you have lots to spare, sample this, please. In the Philippines, there are two LV boutiques that mention perfume refills. One is the Louis Vuitton Soler outlet. It's in ground floor, the shop Soler Resort and Casino, Asiana Avenue, Parañaque City. And the second one is the Louis Vuitton Greenbelt Tree branch, which is located in Makati Avenue, Makati City, Philippines. They have phone numbers on the website. You can maybe call ahead to inquire. I haven't been to any of this, but let me know down in the comments if you ever tried to purchase or refill your fragrances in any of these outlets or in any LV outlet in your vicinity. Let us know about your experience. Thank you all so much for watching and for sharing a bit of your time with me. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave it a big thumbs up. And if you regularly drop by the channel, please check to see if you are subscribed. Make sure to turn notification on to never miss similar videos in the future. Take care, you all. Smell your absolute best and see you in the next video. Bye!